hype lived up to. I didn't overhype this at all. I knew Parasite would be good. That's why I hyped it up as much as I did. Dude, I'm happy. I've been waiting for this all day. And it finally came out. So what do I have to grade it? I'm not... Do I give it a grade? Because if I gave it a grade, there are some people saying it's a 10. There's no way this was a 10. I could see where you got the 10 from, but there's no way this is a 10. Not objectively, maybe subjectively, I could see that. But objectively, no. I'll give this, like, the low 8, mid 8. That's what I'll give it. Because I think, after thinking it over, it was better than an 8 flat, but it's not a high 8. Not yet, at least. I have a feeling that if Madhouse does this right, this is gonna be really good, and it already is. So, let's start off with the notes. The opening is absolutely amazing. I love it. And, speaking of the opening, you know what's in the opening? Art and animation. It looked good. Like, oh my gosh. Like, what else do you expect from Madhouse? But I didn't think that it would look this good. Not so much the art, but the animation. There were some parts in the animation, like when he twirled the knife, when he tried to stab his own hand, and then like the parasite threw it back at the wall, and I was just like, whoa, this looks good. Speaking of parasites at the beginning of the episode, that face is nasty. See, that's the thing that I have a feeling I'm gonna like and dislike about the anime. These faces, like these parasites, are like visually absolutely disgusting, but that's what's so great. Like, can you just imagine oh my god, like a parasite crawling up your arm and you have to look at that? Like, the way that they animated it, good job Madhouse. Like, the way that they animated some of the parasites and stuff like that just gave you this feeling of and I've watched gory anime. That's why I was just kind of sitting here like just, I don't know. It's just the way they animated it. There's in the music. There's just some type of the way that they're building up suspense. I guess I should say is they're doing a really good job at it. They're doing a really good job. What else? Other than the characters, I do like Izumi because he's smart. Because if you notice, he took his headphones and stopped his blood flow to his arm. But that was to stop the parasite from getting to his brain, so at least he's smart enough to do that. I don't think he knew that it was trying to take over his brain at the moment, but hey, at least it's realistic. I'll give it that. And I don't want all anime just to be realistic, but at least the way they handled it actually makes sense. Other than that, there's not too much to talk about. The parasite is weird. Like, that thing just, I don't know. It's just like, imagine an eyeball coming out of your hand, and oh my gosh, it's just nasty. It's just like, just imagine it. You're shaking somebody's hand, all of a sudden your hand like transforms into a fucking fish, like, and then all of a sudden it transforms back into a parasite. Like, how you do it? Like, no. But I think that's about it. Other than this is one thing that I want to get to, because at the beginning of the episode or midway through the episode, there is it's just complicated to understand just kind of how this time was spread apart. I like how they went back towards the 2 days ago, kind of leading up towards the event. I really wanted to know how the parasites got there. Like, we saw that they floated down from like this ball, but what was that a ball of? And that's really like my only complaint. Other than there were a couple of animation derps and art derps and that, but that's to be expected. I don't really think there was an animation derp. There was more of an art derp. Now, I have to correct the anime on this. There were no censors at all. At all. Like, I'm not joking. There's not a single censor in this episode, which just has me like, whoa, oh, okay. Just like they chop off the dude's head, or they chop off, I think it was the wife's head. That's chopped off, no censors. Then, they kill the dog, take out its heart, squishes it, no censors. So, I mean, there's a dog eating a dog, no censors. Whereas in, like, Terraform Mars, they would have been like, oh, no, we need to black out 90% of the screen. But they didn't do that. So, congratulations to not just Madhouse, but, whoever's not letting these censors go through. Thanks for being smart. But, anyways, I think that's about it, other than, like, the rearranging of stuff. There were a couple of scenes added that are not in the manga, but that's to make it number one more modernized, and number two, they just worked. Like the car scene, that wasn't in the manga apparently. There's another scene that wasn't in the manga, but oh, the slap wasn't in the manga, but that worked. But yeah, the thing is though, they talked about those characters a bit, but they didn't make them seem very important. They just tried to make it seem as if Izumi, in a way, was just connected to people and that he has to isolate himself. I think that was all that was trying to show. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to know where I would put this and on like the top anime list so far of just like this season, I think this would be tied with first. And I know that some people are just like, "No, that's ridiculous," but the thing is, the only thing that's even close to this, in my opinion, is number one, Cross Season 2, and number 2, Shingeki Bahamut. And I don't think Bahamut is tied with it. I think it's just a little behind because we need some more world building in that show, which is something that this show didn't really tell us about, but it's in a city. We've seen that. We can assume it's Tokyo. I mean, like, I'm talking about, like, shows that are just, like, set in, like, a communist time period, whenever the heck that is. Where it's just like, yeah, we got a medieval setting, but, you know, we got people with headphones, these nice sweaters, and it's just like, you just gotta specify certain things, but Parasyte doesn't need to do this because it's obvious from the setting. Like, it's obvious just visually. So, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Deuces.